Hi, I'm Drew Barrymore, and I want to tell you how you can help to support the life-saving work of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. When you give, you're helping ensure families never receive a bill from St. Jude for treatment, travel, housing, or food, so they can focus on helping their child live. This holiday, help St. Jude give children the greatest gift, a chance at a lifetime.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.
The best of the Morning X. 99X.
Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. That's Larry David and Cheryl Hines from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Hey, Cheryl.
Hi.
Total word of mouth show, because I've had friends of mine going, you got to see this show on HBO.
It's so great. It is such a great show.
It's very different.
It is. Now, people have talked about how this show, first of all, Larry David plays Larry David, co-creator of Seinfeld, and everybody, for the most part, most of the celebrities on the show play themselves. There are a couple of exceptions. Ed Asner was on, and he played, a different character. But explain, I don't understand how the whole improv thing works, because you have to know where the scene is going to go.
Well, Larry writes a story outline for the show. So it might be like an 8-page, this is what's going to happen in this scene. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk and decide that we need to go out to dinner.
And that's it?
And that's, well, you know what's really, a bunch of, we'll say BS, is that I don't even get to see the story outline. So most of the time I just show up and have no idea what the show is about or what the scene is about.
Well, but he doesn't tell you where it's going?
No.
Why? Because he doesn't know himself, or he thinks...
No, he knows, but he likes to be the only one that knows.
But don't you feel as an actress that you would like to know because it might help you...
Yes, I do feel like that, but do you think that makes a difference?
No, not at all. And I've got to believe that the Larry David you see on the show is maybe a sliver of what the real Larry David is. I mean, that he's probably 10 times worse.
You know what? I think it's a little more than a sliver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not much.
No, there's a very gray line between Larry on TV and the real Larry.
You must have had a hard time auditioning for that part then. There must have been something about you that really rang his bell, or else you wouldn't be here today.
Well, it's interesting because I didn't realize that he had this reputation of not really liking people before I went into audition. So, and then, like, my walk down the hallway to go into audition, the casting director tells me not to touch him.
Really?
Which I thought was odd.
Really?
But you know what? He was very nice and charming in person. So he kind of sometimes gets a bad rap, but at the same time, he doesn't really have a lot of social graces.
Zero. And I don't mean that like, I mean, it's
there are a lot of people like
that. It's very funny to watch.
Funny, and it's much more extreme than Seinfeld, but it's the same kind of thing to me. After watching one episode, it's like a harder edged Seinfeld.
Well, you can see where the edgy stuff from Seinfeld came from.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. He's kind of a combination of all those four characters.
Right.
How long did it take you, though, to get in the groove of being able to do an improv?
Right, a show like this.
Well, I have a big improv background.
Right.
Yeah, I've been studying at the Groundlings Theater in LA here, and actually my first teacher there was Lisa Kudrow.
Really?
So it's this comedy theater, and we do improv every night. So I felt right at home with it, which of course certainly had a lot to do with me getting the part and feeling okay in the auditions.
But is it difficult, because when you do a scene, it's a one-camera show, so you have to do the same scene maybe 2 or 3 different times for one camera, right?
Well, it's actually a 2-camera show.
It is?
Yeah. You'd never know it.
No, you wouldn't.
It looks like a one-camera show, but they're 2 handheld cameras. So yeah, we do the scene several times, but it never turns out the same because all the dialogue is improvised. So, it's always something new, and you never know what anybody's going to say.
That's got to be hard with the dialogue changing each time.
Very difficult.
You know what? It's really fun.
What's been, let's say, one of your favorite episodes?
Oh, brother. Well, actually, my favorite episode, I think, is is coming up. It's probably the last episode. Well, my sister, on the show, my sister is supposed to get married, which and then of course, Larry
fouls it up.
Yes, how did you know?
He messes it up.
Yeah, and I think it's one of my favorites, but it's to come. Although this week Shaquille O'Neal is on, and that's what, Larry ends up fouling that up too. It doesn't turn out well.
I thought that this last episode with the doll was one of the stronger episodes I've seen. That was a very funny episode.
Yeah, that was really funny.
And it's it's kind of it's brilliantly written, as Seinfeld was, and we talked about this earlier. It's one of the few shows where there are 3 storylines going on at one time, and they all meet at the end. And you don't see that much on TV, and it's very subtle, but it's just a great, it's a great piece he's
Right. Well, that's why, the critics love our show, because and that's part of it, because Larry he's a brilliant guy. He really knows what he's doing. Although you watch the show and think, dear Lord, how does anybody like that function?
We're talking to Cheryl Hines from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Now, you moved from Florida and went out to Los Angeles. How long did it take you before you got your first acting gig?
Wow. Maybe 4 years.
Wow, long time.
Yeah.
And what was it? What did you break through with?
You'll be happy to know it was Unsolved Mysteries.
You had a walk-on part or something?
No, it was a pretty big part. My nanny was, doing things to my daughter, but I had no idea for years on the show.
Okay.
Yeah. So then the mystery was over, but then we were looking for the nanny.
What kind of odd jobs were you doing in Los Angeles while you were waiting to get your gig?
Several, but one was I was an assistant for Rob Reiner, actually, who was just on the show.
That's a way to get in. You get that kind of job, and you find yourself in the right places.
You would like to think that, but you know what? When you're picking up somebody's laundry, people aren't really going, "Hey, what a good actress."
That's right.
But you're in the right in mind,
Yeah. He was actually very supportive and came out to see some of my performances at the Groundlings Theater. So the Reiners have been really, really nice, but really had nothing to do with me getting this part.
Well, it's great, and Curb Your Enthusiasm is such a funny show, and I think it's probably the funniest show on television right now. What's the deal on the theme song? Real quickly, what is there a story behind it? Or
I wish I knew.
All right,
sounds like circus music.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. It's just a ridiculous music to go with the ridiculous show.
Cheryl, thank you and good luck. I love the show.
Thank you.
Curb Your Enthusiasm on HBO.
The best of the Morning X. 99X.
Hey y'all, it's Lainey Wilson. St. Jude gives kids with cancer the chance they deserve. Families never receive a bill from St. Jude for treatment, travel, housing, or food. But we can't help these kids without you.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.